Oh, neema ya Mungu iwe juu yako mahali popote huko katika nchi ya Kenya, Nairobi na vitongoji vyake. Ninaachilia utukufu wa Yesu Kristo, mwana wa Mungu aliye hai, anayejua kuamka kwako na kulala kwako, anayejua maisha na anayejua mbele na nyuma yako. Pokea sifa kwa tarehe njema ya tarehe 22 Novemba 2024. Mimi ni mtumishi wa Mungu na ninasema ni asante kwa Mungu kunichagua. Nina sababu tosha asubuhi ya leo kutaka kuongelea topic kidogo ambayo inaitwa corruption in Israel. What is corruption and what can corruption do and what has corruption brought into our life? Also, what harm has corruption does or what good has corruption does? Because whatever has good must have the bad part of it. So here we come in the topic of corruption in Israel. I'll start to talk in the book of Micah 7:1, corruption of Israel. Or wherever corruption is, or whenever corruption is, I tell you for free, you will never see any development. Why? Because each and every person has got a negativity brain. And where there is a negative brain, let me just be clear to this, there is nothing so essential to develop in a positive way. We have to understand in the realms of talking to God or in the world of corruption, because corruption is a law. And when it's a law, it can dominate a mind and destroy a mind into a negative way. So understand how you go or you deal with the corruption that persists around you, because you cannot say that you are the only one or you are the person that has been done to. Is something that has been in our society for quite a long time. We found it is there, it's gonna be there. It starts in our homes with our children. We go with it to our jobs, to our public places, and it ministers there as a tree that grows on soil. Oh, praise the living Lord. The book of Micah 7:1 says this. Oh, the lessons that I have in that kind of a short paragraph of Micah 7:1 talks of for corruption. What does it implies? God gives me these lessons to understand into it, that God is comparing an angry man with a tree without fruit. How? Because a tree without fruit cannot yield anything. And when a man is angry, he can't say or do any negative thing because of what? His thought has nothing to go with. When the sugar level for mind of a man has gone down, somehow they react according or weirdly. They think not thinking. How? Because they are not in the perspective or direction of good thoughts. They start going the negativity. So that is my first point, that when a man misses something good, he finds or he turns to be a negative person. It's good for you to understand how negative you are so that you can change to the positive direction in your life, because the corruption that is ministering into your life must have taken the negativity that is habitual into your life. The book says what? When I go to my second point 2, God sees no man honest left on earth. Nobody is honest left on earth. Why? Because each and every person is planning of negativity. Every person is thinking of something weird. How will I do it? How will I destroy it? Nobody wants that. How will I develop it? We need to ascend, not descend. Praise the living Lord. My point number 3. Everyone wants to commit murder. Why? Because that person has and you have not. Because of what? The difference of understanding God. When we understand God differently, there must be people who the negativity world has to assimilate with. Because of what? We have to go to God to understand the truthness and the nature of this world, because God is the owner. You cannot know somebody or something before going to the owner. You want to know how this dog eats, you have to go to the owner. Does it eat this? Does it eat this? He will tell you. So understand God first and His truthness and willingness for you to stand on your will that will drive you to His directions. But when you does not stand to His will, then you will find your will of corruption destroying you, not Him. Praise the living Lord. I go to my fourth point. People are blaming others for their failures. Everybody's blaming somebody. Everybody's talking negative about somebody. Everybody wants to say whatever he thinks is best on his side, but not on the other side of somebody. Those are failures. They are not bringing development. They are bringing our downfall in each and everything we do. And we must understand that is not going to do us good. Turn to God when you are still alive and things will be okay. I'm going to my fifth point. People are expert of doing evil. How are they expert of doing evil? In the book of Micah 7:1, how are these people expert of doing evil? Because the evil has been planted into their life. They have grown into the evil world. They have known everything in the evil world. So nobody wants to know anything into the godly world. It's best you turn your mind. At this time, it's not late. I don't say that age you are is late. It's still appropriate time for you to say, God, I'm a sinner, forgive me. Bring your attention to God. He will give you the ways and the keys of prosperity of this world. My point number 6, officials and judges need bribes or bribes to work good. You are trying the best you can, but everywhere you go, they need bribes to take for you to access some other places because the devil is at work. You must stand with the prayers. You must go back down to your knees. You must tell God, here I am as your servant. I need some through way. This has to pass. God, this has to go. It will go when you stand and you believe in God only through faith. Point number 7, bad men tell lies everywhere and no arrest. Nobody will arrest them because of what? They have authority, using their own sweat, using their own knowledge. Whereas the people who are down, I mean in quotes the poor, I don't want to use that word, but allow me to use the poor people. Why? Because nobody can stand for them. They are alone. The rich can stand for the rich, but the poor, nobody stands for them. So we need God to come into this because everybody's telling lies and nobody arrests them. We take them to court, they are being released because we have nothing to pay there as they have more much to give. So they are being released. My point number 8, people and officials, judge or judges are worthless or as weeds. Yeah, they are. How are they? They do not charge whatever is right. They charge whatever is willing to them. They go according to their laws, not the laws that are there governing the world. They are not the laws governing the people of God. Those laws that are governing partly, understandingly according to the human nature I see they come from God. So why run away? If you are selected to be in that docket of whatever that you hold in this kind of republic or that republic, kindly know one thing, God is watching you and you will be answering for that. I go to my point number 9. Prophets are used to warn, but nobody to listen. There are many prophets today. Go around the world. Each and every country must be holding 5 or 4 of them. If you can see or understand very well. But what I tell you, nobody will hear them now because nobody had Jesus at that time. When he had left them is when they said, oh, he was Son of God. May God bless that word. I'm going to my point number 10. No good neighbor to believe, or friends, or wife. Be careful in each and every word you say to your people, to the people that are around you, your friends, because of what? They might use it to turn around to destroy you. Because everybody is thinking of murder, even the people you live with. Because the devil that you live with is the devil that knows you very well. I don't say somebody's a devil, but get me clear. A friend you have near you knows you well, and the devil can use him to destroy you. So pray so much for your friends each and every time. Each and every time you have time and opportunity to pray, kneel down and thank God for that friend you have because God has given him to make you or to give you or to educate you, but the devil can use him to destroy you. So understand that word. My point number 11. Sons treat fathers as fools, as daughters treat their mothers as fools. As today, as this world as it goes by. See the way it is. Sorry. The sons we have has treated their fathers as fools. That's why they're not prospering. No good life. Their fathers have not said any good thing on top of them. That's why God is not blessing them. It's best for you to be down as a son because of what? Jesus obeyed his Father in heaven. And everything he says in public, he says that I said it because of what? Somebody who lives in me. The Father lives in me. I think you understand that. So if you want the world to open the doors for you, you must go according to the law. I tell you, everything is the law. Obey your mother and your father for your life to belong in this world. That is a law. And it's a law how? Everything is through love. When you want everything, you must go through love, and love does not disrespect. God bless that point. Point number 12. Young women quarrel their in-laws. You take a woman you get married to, if you are a man today, you take him back to your home a few minutes, you just find that he's just slapped your mother, he has done this, your mother, he has done. Young women, the world knows you, and you know the world. I know nobody's called today, but pray for that in-law instead of quarreling to her. And God is going to change it. I know you've done so much, but keep on praying, because the much you've done still says that you still have a low faith. Keep on pumping your faith into God. He will control your in-laws and will make them love you no matter what, because God has sent you to be part of them. Or my point number 13. Close friends and families are enemies with secrets. People around you know your secrets, and you don't know whatever about you. You don't know anything about yourself, but they know you more. So be careful. And what I can tell you, trust God and pray to God to give you visions that can lead you to your success, not that can lead you to destruction. May God bless you. May God be with you. May God lead you to your blessings. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray, trusting and believing. Amen.